Well, welcome back to my studio. I am working now on the stream and the little waterfalls, the babbling brook, the water tumbling down. But before we put the water in, I have to put the rocks in because the rocks fall over, the water falls over the rocks. And these darks are influence, well, let me see. I'm not exactly sure how to say it. But anyway, I have to do my rocks first and then the water tumbles over them. So these are mixtures of my mud, which is 2 parts ultramarine blue and 1 part of alizarin crimson. And I just go ahead and start putting my rock ledges in because the water's going to fall over those. And like steps, the flat top plane is lighter. The upright plane is darker because it doesn't receive as much light from above. The light's coming in from the sky. So as steps, the top flatter plane is lighter, the up and down plane is darker. So I go ahead, I want to paint this wet into wet because that makes it easier to make the water look like it's flowing over the rocks. So I'm using a large bright brush. That's a square-ended brush. If you've watched many of my videos, you know I use these a lot. And I have various mixtures of, again, this is my mud, plus cadmium orange, plus some cadmium yellow medium, and white. And I just get my basic shapes of my rocks in here. And with this large square brush, it's easy to just block those in. I'm also going to have some rocks here in the foreground, but this is all behind. And there will be some little rocks in here that water moves in and around. I had previously sketched this up on the canvas with my mixture of my mud plus liquid, just in a thin oil wash, and that is now dry. But that kind of helped me establish the different planes of the rocks. That water is going to just tumble in and around these rocks. And then I also have some mixes of just the ultramarine blue plus white to add some coolness in there. These rocks I painted previously. When I first started painting rocks, I was just kind of at a loss to how to paint them. I grew up in Florida with lots of sand, so I really hadn't seen many rocks. But when I first started painting rocks, I would look at other artists' work and see how they painted them. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, museums were originally set up for artists to learn to paint. They could go and copy the masters, and so there's no harm in looking at other artists' work and seeing how they paint things. If you decide to copy an artist's painting, you can, look at a part of it to see, well, I like that, how that artist does rocks. Then try to figure out, how they do the brush strokes and all. So that's all part of it. Now there's also rocks underneath here. This is just going to kind of color this water. Because you do, through the water, it's clear, so you do see some of that rock color coming through. Now I'll do more work on these rocks as I add the water in. But this kind of gets me some basic shapes for the water to start tumbling over. We'll do that in our next video. So please make sure to come back and watch the continuation of this. This will be continued, and I will show the painting the water then tumbling over the rocks. Please visit my blog. You'll see the complete step-by-step process of this painting. The link below in the description below will take you there, and that goes to the very first post on this painting. And this has been painted in a gallery wrap style. The image goes over onto the sides of the canvas. So the very first post in this painting shows how I prepared the canvas to paint it in that method. Just go to the link in the description below and you'll see that. You can subscribe to my blog. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. So thanks so much, and come watch how then I put the water into the tumbling down over these rocks.